Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a striking, highly symbolic, apocalyptic vision from an ancient text. We're looking at a narrative that paints an absolutely incredible picture of divine supremacy. If you've ever wondered how ancient cultures envisioned the ultimate, effortless triumph of divine power over earthly might, specifically focusing on the absolute power of the Chosen One, well, you're in for a treat because this text totally nails it. Let's dive right in.
Okay, let's step right into this highly atmospheric narrative. What we're exploring here is a dramatic clash. We're talking about the ultimate showdown between divine supremacy, embodied by the Chosen One, and our human obsession with earthly wealth and military might. The imagery here, it is meant to be completely overwhelming, putting all of our grand human achievements firmly in their place.
Our visionary journey actually begins pretty abruptly. The text reads, "For I was taken up by the whirling of the wind and carried toward the west." So the narrator is just violently swept away by this whirlwind to a place of hidden secrets. It immediately hooks us, right? It establishes right off the bat that what we're about to experience operates completely outside the normal, everyday bounds of human reality.
Section 1, Secrets of the West.
So what exactly does our narrator encounter out there? While the text says, "There my eyes saw the secrets of heaven, all things that will be on the earth," this isn't just some random dream. It's revealing profound cosmic truths. Our narrator is basically getting a VIP backstage pass to the foundational elements and earthly powers that govern the human world. And this perfectly sets the stage for a major revelation about who truly holds the ultimate authority in the universe.
Section 2, 6 Mountains of Metal. Now, visually cataloging these elements really emphasizes their sheer scale. Our narrator literally sees a mountain of iron, a mountain of copper, silver, gold, soft metal, and lead. Just think about the absolute, immovable solidity of that image for a second. These mountains represent the absolute peak of human power, economics, and military might. Gold and silver for vast riches, iron and copper for indestructible weapons. They're the unshakable pillars of earthly society. Or so we think.
Section 3. The Angel's Revelation.
Confronted with this overwhelming, impenetrable wall of metal mountains, our narrator is understandably desperate for answers. So turning to his celestial guide, he asks a very simple question. What are those things which I have seen in secret? It acts as the perfect transition from mystery to revelation. Like, why are these mountains here? What could possibly ever move them?
The response he gets is absolutely fascinating. The angel reveals that these imposing mountains are essentially, well, they're just props. They exist solely to demonstrate the supreme power of the Anointed, the Chosen One. The angel explicitly states that all these things are for his power, so that he may command and be powerful on the earth. It totally flips the script. The mountains aren't a threat or some final human stronghold. They're literally just a stage being set for the Chosen One's absolute divine authority to be effortlessly proven.
Then, the angel of peace instructs the narrator to be patient, saying, "Wait a little, and thou wilt see, and there will be revealed to thee every secret that the Lord of the spirits has planted." It's this fantastic dramatic pause. The angel is basically promising that the grand design planted by the Lord of the spirits is about to be unveiled. You can feel the tension building toward this unimaginable display of divine power.
Section 4. Melting like wax.
And this brings us to exactly how the Chosen One's divine power interacts with these seemingly indestructible forces. The text gives us a remarkably visceral contrast. It states that the mountain of iron, copper, silver, gold, and the rest, all these will be before the Chosen One like wax in the presence of fire. It goes on to say they'll be like water falling down from above, becoming totally weak before his feet. Think about that visual. The most solid, permanent, formidable objects humanity relies on are completely liquefying in the mere presence of the Chosen One. It's just a breathtaking depiction of divine supremacy effortlessly overpowering physical reality.
Section 5, The End of Earthly Power. So we're looking at a super stark contrast here. We're comparing our earthly value system directly against ultimate divine reality. In our world, we rely on gold for salvation and security and iron for war and defense, right? But the text contrasts all of that with their ultimate fate before the supreme power of the Chosen One. They become entirely useless, destroyed elements.
The ancient text is incredibly explicit here, breaking it all down step by step. It says that in those days, no one will be able to save themselves or flee with gold or silver. There will be no iron for war, no clothing for a breastplate. Metal and zinc will offer no aid whatsoever. Even lead, which actually had its ancient uses, will no longer be desired.
the tools of war, and the safety nets of immense wealth, they'll offer absolutely zero protection. When ultimate divine authority steps onto the stage, the earthly assets we covet most are instantly rendered entirely worthless.
And this brings us to the climax of the prophecy. And all these things will disappear and be destroyed from the face of the earth when the chosen one shall appear before the face of the Lord of the spirits. It is the absolute erasure of earthly might. The presence of the chosen one doesn't just conquer these mountains, it dissolves them completely from the face of the earth. It is the ultimate manifestation of the chosen one's divine power, leaving absolutely zero room for human arrogance or material reliance.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with something to really chew on. This text was written thousands of years ago, but honestly, the metaphor holds up brilliantly. We might not revere actual literal mountains of iron or copper anymore, but we certainly build our own massive structures of wealth, technology, and military might, believing they make us invincible. So I want you to reflect on this ancient subversion of power and ask yourself, what fragile material mountains might you be putting your absolute trust in today? Mountains that, in the face of the chosen one's sheer divine power, might just melt like wax.